One of the things I do like are packet effects. These little tricks you keep in your back pocket, in your wallet, and when you're at a party and someone says, "Oh, show us a quick trick," you don't want something that goes on forever, so you use something like this, a little packet effect. And what I've done, I've got some special cards here, and most people look at them and say they look normal to me. Well, the backs are normal. Okay, it's the actual faces. If I show you the faces, you'll see that we got one, two, three blue dot cards and one, two, three red dot cards. So two little packets of cards, blue and red. We'll show you both sides. There they are. Now, if we take two of the blue and add them over here, we take two of the red and add them over here. Watch closely. I'm going to take the three cards. We got two red dots and one blue. Okay. Watch this closely. I'm going to turn it slowly face down. That's all I do. I'm going to put it in between the two red dots. No sleight of hand at the moment. We do the same here. We do have three cards. Some people think we're cheating and using more than three cards, but there are only three cards. Again, we turn this down. We have only got the two blue. I'm going to put the red in between. Just a little bit of magic over the cards. Watch. The blue dot is now a red dot. The red dot is now a blue dot. So you can see they transpose back to their original locations. To make it a bit more interesting, let's get rid of a couple of these and let's just use two cards. Now I'm going to take one of the red cards and the blue and swap them over again. Okay, I'm going to take these ones and just turn them face down and these ones face down. In fact, watch the cards. We got a red and a blue. Okay, I'm going to take out the blue. Okay, but watch as I rub the face of the red, it changes to blue. Now most people think I'm cheating and I've got the red here, but look, it really is blue. We do the same here. We take the other two cards. I'm going to push out the red, which means I've got the blue. But look, just a little rub, and it's red and red. And there you got a great little trick, a great packet card effect using just 6 cards. Now this particular routine, these particular cards are a remake that I picked up a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and they cost me uh, less than £1 or less than $1, depending where you are in the world. Uh, and kids were buying these all the time, and my kids play with these at school all the time. Every magic set, you've probably got a set of these. So if you look in those toy magic sets that you buy from the big toy stores, you'll probably find a set of these in there. They're called Dots Impossible or Color Change. They go under various names, but they're all the same. And I'm decided to show you how it works, mainly because it would take you just less than £1 or $1 to buy this, or even look through your toy magic set. So we're not revealing anything exclusive here. And talking about the revealing of magic, I always think that magicians, I've been doing this since 1978, performing magic, and I always remember when a TV show came out called Magician's Greatest Secrets Revealed or something like that. It was on national TV in America and it was sold around the world. And magicians got to the forums and all started hands up in air complaining that it killed the industry on that. Now that's going back 20 years and magic is probably bigger and stronger and more popular now than it's ever been in the past. So I don't think it done any damage on there. And the way I look at it is most of the lay public, the general public, are not worried about the secret. Okay, so and I've said it many times in the past when doing lectures that most general public are not too worried about how a trick works. They enjoy being entertained. Don't get me wrong, you'll always have the people that will search out books. They go to their libraries and read all the magic books that have got all the big illusions in. They can do the internet search, YouTube search, everything like that to see how a trick works. But that's a small minority. You'll always have that. It's the same in the music industry. You will always have people that want to download a song without paying for it. They'll always be like that. You won't convert them. So I won't worry too much about it. Anyway, let's get back to this particular trick here. This is the dots impossible. And the trick lies in the cards. What we have are apparently 3 red dots and apparently 3 blue dots. 2 of the blue are just regular. 2 of the red are regular. These ones are fake because on the flip side, in fact, they've both got a red and a blue on both sides. And the way that these work is how you handle the cards on here. Now, if you look here, let me just show, I'm not going to go through the routine. You can watch the routine. But if I've got this red one here, there it is there. It's blue on that side, red on there. As I square the cards up, I just turn over 2 cards, a double lift. When I spread the cards, you got 2 blue dots, so the audience believe that to be the red dot. It's not, it's the other blue. This is the red one under here. But the illusion is great. It's called Dots Impossible. Pick it up from any toy store for just $1. I'd like to show you a trick that's one of my all-time favorites. If you have just joined us on this live broadcast on the 31st of July 2016, it's now 15 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock at night. It's a late night session, and we're hoping to broadcast these every weekend, late in the evening. So hopefully you can subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. You can also visit our website, totallymagic.co.uk. That's totallymagic.co.uk. Subscribe to that and the channel here on YouTube. That way you'll be told when we broadcast. We can't always guarantee we'll be here, but we're going to try and make it every weekend with hints and tips for magicians. Now, here we got one of my favourite tricks, Peter Kane's Gypsy Curse. And this is a great little card trick. Let me show you what it is. It uses some very old cards. In fact, these are from the 18th century. As you know, playing cards have been around for hundreds of years. And these are very old, so I've got to handle them with care. And then there's the sort of thing you'll see in a museum. I've got a parchment that used to hold them. You didn't have card boxes in those days. But I don't have a full pack. These ones were used by tricksters back in the day, travellers. And they would do a bit of a con on the audience. Let me show you the cards first of all. We've got just a few cards and they're quite large, but let me show you the faces. You see, we got, let me count them. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, 6, and 7 cards. Now you may have noticed that 6 of them are identical black spot cards, and the one in the middle is the picture. Now it's the picture card that they used to get you to gamble on, and they would play a game of hide and seek. And you would have to put your little pot of money down on the table, and what he would do is that he would mix the cards up and he would deal onto the table 3 cards. Now, what you had to decide was the picture card on the table or in the hand? And you would put your bag of money or coins in front of one of these, or you would put it on top here to say it's in the hand. Now, what would happen is they would say it's in your hand. Well, he would then proceed to count the 4 cards to show 4 spot cards. Now, a lot of people kind of thought maybe they're trick cards, and he would proceed to show you the backs of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. He said, I'll tell you what, I give you a second chance. If we take a look, watch this card closely as I turn it the top one face down. Was that a spot card or a picture card? Now, of course, we know it is a spot card, so the people would say it's a spot card and gamble their money on there. But they would lose again because it was revealed it became the picture. Now, an old gypsy lady saw this and she didn't like the traveller, and so she put a curse on him. And that's why it's called the gypsy curse, because she fooled him, because this card became a picture card, this one became a picture card, this one became a picture card. All 4, no matter where the gambler placed their coin of money, they were a winner. It's there. They won again. It's there. They won more money, and they just kept on winning because all of the cards had been turned into picture cards. And there you got 7 full-faced picture cards. There's the back and the faces, and that's called the Gypsy Curse. And that's a favourite trick of mine. It's a great little trick by Peter Kane. I believe the late Peter Kane. I might be wrong, correct me if I am wrong, but there is a great little packet effect. As I said, I'm a great fan of packet effects. If there's any tricks you'd like to see performed, let us know at totallymagic.co.uk or in the comments below the video. I want to move on to a trick that is probably one of the most popular card tricks that a magician will perform. Now, among magicians, it's a classic. To the audience, probably not. Now, it uses a deck of cards. We don't need the box. Now, the cards we've got, just regular cards. Okay, and I'll show you the backs as well. They are just a regular deck. There are 52 cards there. There's no jokers. Okay, but take my word for it. Now, what I'm going to do is, because it's difficult, because I've got no one to call out a playing card, but a spectator, you can show them the cards and get them to choose a card, or you can get them to select a card from here. So let's say that they select this card here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, the 7 of clubs. But they really can call out any card. It really is a free choice. But the 7 of clubs is what they're going for. Okay, now what we're going to do is ask another spectator for a number between 1 and 52. Okay, 1 and 52. They have an absolute free choice. Now let's say, for example, they choose the number 20, but they really can have any number that they wish. Okay, now they've chosen 20. you recap on what's just happened. From the cards, they had a free choice and they chose the 7 of clubs. It could have been any card. And I know you watching this live, because I haven't got an audience here, we had to randomly pick a card, but the spectator really does have a choice of any card. Another spectator really does have a choice of any number. There's no forcing of numbers here. They can have any number from 1 to 52. Okay. Now they went for 20. Now, this is amazing because the cards, I'm not going to cut the cards or shuffle them or take cards from here. You can give the cards to the spectator and you ask them to count down 20 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Here's hoping. 20, and there it is, the 7. Now, if they'd chosen another number, they would have had one of these. If they had a lesser number, they could have had these. They really could have had a choice of any of these, but that is the chosen card. Now, this particular ACAN is what it's known as, any card at any number. It's a classic among all magicians, sometimes called the Burglas effect. David Burglas performed this, and there's variations, and I own probably 12 different various versions of this trick. But this is one of my favorites. It's called the Jacan. If you can find it, sometimes crops up on eBay. It's called the Jacan, and it's that clean and simple. There's no memory of cards, positions, and anything like that. And it works every time. Okay, let's get rid of that. It is Sunday night, 24 minutes past 11 o'clock on the 31st of July. You're watching and listening to totallymagic.co.uk, a live YouTube broadcast where we're broadcasting things to do with magic, and hopefully you'll stick with us, come back, subscribe, and we'll go through tricks every week. If there's any in particular you want to see or talk about, we'll review some of the new tricks out, and we'll also teach you some magic as well. Talking of which, the final trick for tonight is my favorite type of trick: a prediction, a premonition, a look into the future. It's in this sealed envelope. Okay. Now, what makes a good prediction effect is leaving the prediction in full view, or even better, giving it to a spectator to hold on to. But I leave it in full view all the time. That's my premonition of something that is about to happen, because I can read into the future. Now, you often hear magicians say, here's a regular deck of cards. This is not a regular deck. Well, I lie. I'm half right. You see, the faces are regular. There's 52 playing cards here. No, it's not the faces. It's the backs. Because being the sort of person I am, and I hate buying playing cards, every time I visit Vegas on holiday, they discard any cards out of the pack, and you walk through the casinos and you pick up these odd cards off the floor. And over the years, I've collected so many of these, I've managed to make a full pack of 52 cards out of it. But you'll notice that they're not regular because, of course, some of them have got the MGM Grand on, the Rio, New Orleans, Sahara, Stratosphere, Aladdin. Oh, that's quite rare, that card, because of course the Aladdin's no longer there in Vegas. But you got loads of other ones on there: Paris, Wild West, Showboat, Tropicana, but they're all there. My prediction is of a card you're going to choose. Now, If we go through the cards, you ask a spectator to pick any card they like. It really is an absolute free choice. They can have the top one if they like. As you go through, they'll find one they quite like. Let's just go for the Aladdin. Now, they could have chosen any of these, but they've gone for the Aladdin. You can use the same spectator or another spectator and offer them a choice, but let's make it a little bit more interesting. Just in case you think, hey, I want to see the faces, I have no problems with that because it is a regular deck. So they can go through and they can pick a card. Let's say they pick the Queen of Hearts, but it is a free choice. They can have any card they like. So we now have two cards chosen at random. The Aladdin playing card and the Queen of Hearts. Believe it or not, I knew that those are the two playing cards that you both would choose. My prediction has been here all the time. And lo and behold, if we slide out the card, Aladdin and the Queen of Hearts. Ah, that's not Aladdin. Is there another one in there? Nope, it's empty. Paris. Okay, well, maybe I got the face right. The two of clubs is nowhere near the Queen. Ah, well, being a magician, things are not always what they seem at first. You see, I said you would pick the Paris and the two of clubs. That's my prediction. Amazingly, the Aladdin card that you chose just happens to be the two of clubs. I said you would pick the Paris card. You chose the Queen of Hearts. You could have had any card. And it just happens to be Paris. And so there's my prediction, absolutely correct. And that's a lovely little prediction effect. Now, this particular trick, we're going to reveal how it's done. It's nothing new or exclusive. It's done in many various ways. Sometimes you see cards of different colors. Sometimes you see alphabet cards doing the trick. You also see ones where people write signatures on the back or numbers and have predictions on those. It's works in the same principle, but let me show you how it works. First of all, the prediction card. Nothing wrong with that. In this particular case, I've got Paris and the two of clubs. If we take a look at the pack, we said that they're a regular deck. In fact, what we've got here, if I go through, for any magicians watching this, you'll know this probably ahead of me. You're probably sitting there at home screaming at the video saying, I know how it's done. Because of course it's not new. If we get to here, what I have here are 26 playing cards, which are all different. They're just regular playing cards. However, if I turn them over, you'll see, oh, in fact, got an odd one there. You'll see that they're all the same. They're from the same pack. Yeah, 26 cards with the same back. You might want to perform this using red backs and blue backs to same effect. So here it is, the 26 with a Paris on. Now these ones here are all the same cards. They're all two of clubs. Okay, I've just seen another wrong card there. Get rid of that. So there it is there. That's how the trick works. You have 26 cards, all the same back, 26 cards, all the same values. On the other side of these, they're all indifferent. Okay. On the other side of these are all indifferent. So when you put these together, the top half you show, don't go too far because you'll reveal these. if you go through, you can show all different cards. And as I said, you can perform this trick just by using red back cards and blue back cards, and they choose the only red back card out of a blue back deck, that type of thing. But you go through, they can have any one of these because all of these are the same. They're the two of clubs. So let's go through and I choose Sahara. Put it down there. You then turn the whole pack over and say, I'll tell you what, pick a random card. Now remember, all of these random face cards all have the same back, Paris. So it doesn't matter what they choose, the four of diamonds. The trick's done because they've chosen Sahara and the four of diamonds. When you reveal your prediction, everyone has a good laugh at your expense because they think you've got it wrong. However, the real kicker to this trick is when you reveal that on the face of Sahara is the two of clubs and on the back of the four of diamonds is Paris. And that's a great little illusion. Now, that's just about it for today's show. Hopefully you've enjoyed this bit of magic, an insight into some of my favourite tricks, also how some of them work. If you want to make any comments down below, feel free to do so. And what we'll eventually do is we'll have this available to you to download at any time or watch, but we will be broadcasting every weekend. Check out Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Best thing to do is to subscribe to us through YouTube so you know when we're broadcasting, or visit the website totallymagic.co.uk. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll catch you again next week. Bye bye for now.